league on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Great game in store for you. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Brandon Goff. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shepard goes in motion. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Throwing, Mayfield out to the right here to Shepard. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bucs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Purdy. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Completes a Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Play action. Now Purdy. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Ayuk goes in motion. Purdy from the gun on third down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mayfield now. There's Evans again, complete. And he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second and a couple.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Chris Godwin
from 19 yards away.
And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Contest as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bucs offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans headed back onto the field. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. Now Mayfield.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 24 now, here's a second down and 9. Godwin, the motion man.
Mayfield.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 4.
To throw, Mayfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back to throw now on first down. He completes it to Evans. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
In motion, the tight end. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
They'll try and run here with Irving.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Mayfield now from the 50. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
Godwin, the motion man.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Right back to Chris Godwin. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Mayfield to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Buccaneers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told.
And it was Rashad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there.
Purdy now to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Buccaneers 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Purdy.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel from 13 yards out.
And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it makes the score 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. Down to about the 37.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
A run up the middle with Irving.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bucky Irving.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
This one caught by Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And 22 more yards there and another first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. This deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going to...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.